Hey guys, this is Robert with Malaya Law. We help entrepreneurs just like you start their businesses without dealing with complicated legal forms. We are also the #1 highest rated business law firm for entrepreneurs with more than 1,500 5-star Google reviews. Today we are going to talk about obtaining an employer identification number without a social security number. When it comes to obtaining an employer identification number without a social security number, you may find yourself overwhelmed and misinformed. However, I'm here to share with you good news. You can get an EIN without an SSN. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 myths related to getting an EIN number. The first myth is that you need a social security number to get an EIN number. This is simply not true. Some of our clients stop before they even get started because they have been told that they can't get an EIN unless they have a social security number. The good news is that you don't need one. The somewhat bad news is that when you don't have an SSN, the process is more complicated and it takes a little bit longer, but by no means is it not possible to get an EIN without an SSN. The second myth is that if you don't have a social security number, then you have to have an EIN number. This is also false, and our clients frequently tell us that this is what they have heard. But fortunately, obtaining an EIN just means more paperwork, more wait time, and more confusion before you can even get to apply for your EIN. Ultimately, you can get an EIN without a social security number and without an EIN. The third myth is that the process of obtaining an EIN takes 6 months. I'm not sure where people hear this, but perhaps they are referring to obtaining a visa, a social security number, or an EIN. While it is true that obtaining an EIN takes some time when you don't have a social security number, it doesn't take 6 months. When you have an experienced business lawyer on your side, we are generally able to obtain an EIN number in 2 to 6 weeks. However, at the moment, the IRS is experiencing some delays due to COVID-19, so we can't guarantee this time frame at the current moment. However, during normal circumstances, we can obtain the EIN within 2 to 6 weeks. The fourth myth is that you can open a bank account in the United States without an EIN. This myth could cause you a lot of frustration. It's simply not true that you can open a bank account in the United States for your business without an EIN. This is true for anyone regardless of their nationality or location. In order to do business properly, you'll need a bank account for the business, and to get the bank account, you will need an EIN number. The fifth myth is that you can't start a business without a social security number. As I'm sure you have realized, you can certainly start a business in the US even if you don't have a social security number. The solution is to obtain an EIN number for your business. And one more added bonus myth I would like to address is that obtaining an EIN without a social security number, or EIN, is very expensive. This myth is my favorite. It's one of the reasons I do what I do. I believe that people should be able to get their EIN to jumpstart their business without having to spend all their money. It can be an expensive process if you're using the wrong service or company. However, I make it quite simple and very affordable to obtain an EIN, so nothing else will stand in the way of you starting your business. Now that you know the truth about obtaining an EIN without a social security number, I hope that you will see that starting your own business and opening a US bank account with an EIN is something that you can do. So if you're an entrepreneur looking to start your business in the United States and you don't have a social security number or an EIN, then click the link below and my team and I will be able to help you obtain the EIN number. Also, if you have any questions, just post them in the comments below and my team and I will try to get to them as soon as possible. I'll see you guys in the next video.